Want to keep doing the things you love? Mountain biking, surfing, tennis, playing with your kids or your grandkids to your 40s, your 50s, and beyond? You might think it's strength that keeps you moving well in middle age, but the real secret weapon is mobility. And the best part, it doesn't need to be complicated, time consuming, or painful. In today's video, we're talking about how a short, simple mobility practice can help you move better, feel better, and keep doing what you love well into the decades ahead. Let's get this out of the way. You don't need an hour-long mobility flow or need to travel to a yoga retreat to maintain your joint health. Mobility is just your body's ability to move freely and easy through its full ranges of motion. If you don't use it, you lose it, right? That's a given. A very simple and subtle process of time, but we can restore it the same way. The people that you see on social media doing the splits and crazy circus backbends and sucking their own. Wait, what kind of website are you on? Anyway, all those people are demonstrating extreme mobility, and we just don't need that in everyday life, nor do we need to spend the hundreds, if not thousands of hours required to achieve it. Just like brushing your teeth, a little bit every day goes a long way. So here are 5 things that you could implement into your day that will get you moving better. Start your day with joint flossing. This is a 5-minute head-to-toe routine where you gently move every joint through its full available range. Neck, shoulders, spine, hips, ankles, wrists, etc. You're not forcing anything, you're just reminding your body, hey, I still want to be able to move this. The benefits are improved joint hydration, improved proprioception, which is an awareness of your own body and space, and a down-regulated nervous system. And you can think of it as like the fundamental practice that the rest of your fitness is built on. It's especially great first thing in the morning or after a long drive or a stint at a desk, which leads us to another concept that makes mobility work in anytime strategy, and that is mobility microdosing. This is especially crucial if you work at a desk, drive long distances regularly, or repeat any task or hold any posture really for a given length of time. Every hour or so, just take a minute to reset your system. Stretch up, back, bend over, squat down. Repeat 3 to 5 times, carry on with your day. You'll prevent your muscles from shortening, your blood from pooling, and your energy from waning. The third strategy is to embed mobility right into your workouts. Now, there are 2 ways you can do this. One is strength train properly. And by that, I mean squat all the way down, press all the way overhead, and take all movements to their full natural end ranges. I can't tell you how many clients have come to me over the years amazed that their long-term shoulder or hip pain has disappeared completely, and the only change they made was moving better. You can take it a step further by using super maximal strength ranges like cyclist squats, split squats, Jefferson curls, and parallel push-ups that take your muscles and your joints further than standard moves. Of course, this is more advanced, so sort out the basics first. Second, and one of my go-to hacks, is to drop mobility drills in between strength sets instead of sitting around scrolling on your phone. Things like 1990s deep squat holds or thoracic opening drills. This is like an active recovery approach too, which saves time and improves the quality of your lifts. Training through full range of motion isn't just good for joints, it's functional strength you can actually use. Now here's one a lot of people overlook: lazy mobility. Yes, I'm talking regular static stretching in front of the TV. Is it the most effective method? Maybe not compared to loaded mobility or other advanced methods, but here's the thing: it's low effort, it's low friction, and it's totally doable after a tough day. You're going to be watching TV anyway, so harness what James Clear calls habit anchoring and make that time far more productive than just finding out if Kami will stop moping around and finally make the bear profitable. Combined with your daily flossing and your integrated mobility and strength training, it's a great way to unwind before bed and maintain length in tissues that spend a lot of time short and stiff. And finally, for those sticky areas that just don't respond to the basics, you could add small doses of focused intensity. This is like strength training for your end ranges and demands more focus but yields more change. You'll only need it once or twice per week in targeted problem areas like hips, shoulders, and ankles, whatever's holding you back. Known by fancier names as loaded mobility work, contract, relax stretching, PALS, rails, quasi-isometrics, things like that. If you're old school like me, you'll remember PNF stretching. And like me, you probably avoided it because it was very uncomfortable, because it's like strength training for your nervous system. And as such, it's a lot more taxing than regular mobility work. I'm not going to go into any more detail about this stuff, as I do want you to implement the big rocks first, all of the other stuff that I've just talked about. So let's recap that minimalist mobility plan. Daily flossing, 5 minutes of controlled joint movement straight out of bed. Microdosed mobility throughout the day. Training integration using full range strength and mobility drills between sets. Lazy mobility while you relax in the evening. And then advanced, more intense methods for the sticky spots. You don't need to overhaul your life to get more flexible. You just need a few minutes here and there done consistently. Mobility is your secret weapon for staying active, resilient, and pain-free into your 40s, 50s, 60s, and beyond. So if that sounds like something worth protecting, hit subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.